His name's Antonio Corona. A lot of people called him Tony. Discovery obviously was his wrestling name. Most people in Chicago, they called him Disco. That's how everybody knew him. He's a very loud, outgoing personality. You couldn't be in a bad mood around Discovery because he was always cracking jokes, trying to make people laugh. Kalisto, Mustafa Ali, and myself would be guys that trained with Discovery. The team that Discovery was a part of, the Space Cadets, this was a revolutionary high-flying team in the 90s. One of the first teams in Lucha Libre that were doing some next-level aerial techniques. It was like watching a circus act almost, and they brought that same style to WWE in the 90s.
See his matches then, I'm like, wow, you haven't changed your style, man. Like, I want to learn that. Discovery is a great man. He taught me a lot.
The crazy part is Discovery still wrestled that way well into his 40s. You're just not expecting that he can move as fast as he does, and he gets in the ring and just blows the roof off the place. His contributions to Lucha Libre have kind of flown under the radar. Discovery was mostly focused on training the next generation of wrestlers.
There was a time period when I was training with Discovery along with Joaquin Wilde, occasionally Kalisto, and I was training with him because I was preparing for the Cruiserweight Classic.
He had the ring set up in the basement of the office, and it was only lit by like spotlights. There was no like overhead lighting. Discovery previously was a secret service for the president of Mexico when he was younger. So this guy knew like legit shoot techniques, and he'd love to teach us these shoot techniques. You would often hear people screaming in pain when he'd slap on a hold. He would always say, if the hold doesn't hurt, if your opponent's not screaming, then you're not doing the hold right.
He helped me, man. Just thinking about him right now.
I would say Discovery believed in me more than I believed in myself at times.
When I was contacted about CWC, I was told that I would be participating in the tournament. And a few weeks before the tournament, a list is revealed, and all of the participants are listed on it, and my name's not on it. So I frantically call WWE, and I find out that I'm not in the tournament. I'm just a backup. I'm an alternate. And I was just so mad and so let down and frustrated, and I showed up to training with Discovery, and I told him this news. Discovery's saying, so you still have an opportunity, right? And I go, well, yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna go. And Discovery said something, and the translator said, he's saying, you know what your problem is? You know you're good, and you're expecting them to know you're good. How are they gonna know unless you go show them? And I remember that like simplicity behind that, you know, and just kind of like, yeah, he's right. And then I asked Discovery, I said, well, what should I do now? And then Discovery said himself, shut up and train. So I trained, and he put me through the ringer that day. And then as we were leaving, the translator once again pulled me aside and said, hey, Discovery wanted me to tell you that you should go because you never know. And I went.
Now uses the apron. Oh!
Rolling through the middle rope.
Spanish fly, unbelievable!
And I made an impression. And I got the contract. And now today I'm able to provide for my family. I'm able to perform my dream job. And it's because Discovery told me to shut up and train.
Finally got here in 2019, and it was that same year that I found out that Discovery had cancer. Luckily, I was able to have like one last conversation with him where I thanked him and let him know how much that he meant to me, and he told me he was so proud to see that I finally made it to WWE and made my dreams come true. The last words I said to him, I told him I loved him and that he was an important part of my career and an important part of my life. And he said he loved me too, and it wasn't too long after that I found out that he had passed away.
I had a tough moment, and on this last day, I'm talking to him. Everything that I wanted to say in my heart, I told him. Everything. A few hours later, he passed. He passed. But his legacy and the great memories will live on forever.
And yeah, it was a tough day. He was such a good guy, such a great coach, great mentor.
So, thank you, Discovery.
Discovery will always be in my heart, and I will never ever forget what he taught me, and I still use what he taught me till this day. Thank you so much, and may he rest in peace, and he will never ever be forgotten, because he's Lucha forever.
Built a great life here and leaves behind a legacy of talented wrestlers and people that respect him and will never forget him.